That book is my Roman Empire, okay? Hi besties and welcome back to my channel. For anyone who is new here, I'm Sophia and I love reading romance books. Now, it is that time of the year, that time of the month again where I have to choose my TBR for, oh my god, October. Where the hell has this year gone? So as per usual, I'm gonna choose 8 books because it gives me a nice little selection, and I had a few comments under one of my videos. I cannot remember which one, asking me to do a reading vlog where I actually read like the remainder of my TBR at the end of the month. So I think I'm gonna try and do that in October because September kind of ran away from me, but fresh month, clean slate, I'm gonna try my best. I have actually added a few new prompts to my jar just to keep things fresh, keep things spicy, keep me on my toes. They are mostly just like more specific tropes, but you know, some of them are like hyper specific. I don't know, make things a little bit more challenging, a little bit more fun. But yeah, I've also folded them up a little bit smaller, which is why there looks like there's so many less of them, so much less of them. But it's fine, it's fine. We're gonna choose my 8 books and we're gonna have a good time. Okay, first one, let's go. Please be a good one. I really want one of my new ones. There's 2. Okay, let's see immediately. They're so hard to open. A book with more than 500 pages. So a fantasy, right? A fantasy. Yeah. Let's go down and have a look at my fantasies and we'll choose one out. Okay, welcome to my fantasy shelf. Immediately, what am I feeling? I have no idea. I feel like all of these books are probably over 500 pages, so I can probably choose any of them. Low-key, since doing my book haul video, I've been kind of vibing the Song of the Marked, but oh, this one might not be over 500 pages. Oh, there's an artwork at the end. I really don't want to see that. Oh, it might be a spoiler. This one is 529 pages. She is a contender. I'm also interested in potentially Dance of Thieves. Ooh, oh, this one's easily. Alright, maybe not so easily. Chapter 62, 504, 505. This one is also a contender. Fantastic to know. Powerless as well. Why is there no page numbers? This one's like 501. Why are they all only just over 500 pages? Lucky that's kind of good though, because I don't know that I can read a really long book. Welcome back. So I think I'm gonna choose from these 3. I'm like, I don't know which one. I feel like we're gonna have to read the blurbs. I know Powerless is like an enemies to lovers Hunger Games kind of thing. One of my friends read it and she said it's like very similar to Hunger Games, so that'll be interesting. So it looks like it's gonna be a little bit of a trials between the like upper society and lower society, and our heroine is like infiltrating the upper society. Oh, she saves a prince. Okay, slay. Oh, and then she's like thrown into the trials. Okay, so she's like secret identity, keeping her identity a secret from the prince. Dance of Thieves. Hold on. No matter what you have to do, survive. No matter what who you have to kill. My bad. Let me just use my eyes and read properly. A cat and mouse game. Hello, Zaid. What are you doing here? That one sounds interesting as well. I have heard really good things about both of these 2 books. Like Goodreads and TikTok are absolutely obsessed with them. Now this one I actually picked up at Big W and I had never heard anything previously about it. So we'll have a gaze at the blurb. The king commands her to investigate a strange plague. That sounds a bit too familiar for my comfort. Ooh, up against meddling gods and very old magic because ancient evil is stirring in the shadows. This one sounds kind of good, and it sounds like enemies to lovers as well. She has to like work with a infuriating captain. I think I'm gonna choose this one, but I'm gonna keep these 2 up here in case like I get another prompt for them. First book on the TBR. Second book, let's go. Oh my god, it's a little one. Let's see. Upside down. Can you read that? Probably not. It says professional athlete. This is one of my new prompts and I wrote this with one book in specific in mind. So let me just go grab her. This right here is The Canary Cowards by Jesse Hall. This is a professional NFL athlete and his physiotherapist. It's their romance. From what I've gathered, he gets like quite injured. I think he does ACL or something, and like she's the best in the biz. She has the best record of getting athletes back on the field. So he goes to her, but he's like he's a douche, okay? He's a grump, he's a dick, he's not a nice guy. And I don't know, It sounds good. The cover's pretty. I low-key don't want to read the blurb because I don't want to spoil it for myself. Let me just squint at it and I'll see if I can. Ooh, Lake has secrets. He's also the best running back in the league. Do you know what that means? That's so rude. The last thing I thought I'd be doing is drooling at the feet of my stale-looking therapist. Okay, I'm gonna put this one on the TBR. I believe in redemption and I hope he has a fat redemption arc. Next prompt, third book, let's go. That was a really easy one. Oh, is that two? A book where the main characters are in college. Bro, like all of my books? Wait, low key. I've seen a book. Let me assess my other options. Wildfire by Hannah Grace comes out this month. Are you guys gonna be mad if I choose that? Like, I don't have it, but they're in college. Wait, are they in college? I don't actually know because it's set like at a summer camp or something. Okay, I'm gonna go with my instinctual, original gut feeling because there's a specific reading vlog that I want to film with this book in it. So, 2 seconds. This is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. I have actually read half of this book, or like almost half of this book, maybe a third of it, and I put it down. I put it down because I wasn't really enjoying it, but there's a specific video I want to film with this book, so I think I'm gonna put it back on my TBR and hopefully pray to the heavens above that I get through it. This one is a college football romance. From what I've read so far, I really do love Noah. He's like such a sweetie, but the main character is like, she was really grating on my nerves, but I'm gonna give it another go. I'm in the mood, I'm feeling forgiving, so I'm gonna give it another go. It's going on the TBR. Okay. Oh my god. Next one, please be good, honestly. A book by my favorite author. Who even is my favorite author? I don't know. It's like I have a lot of authors that I love, but I don't think I have a singular favorite. Like, it used to be Monica Murphy, but not all of her books have hit for me recently, so I just don't know. I don't know who's my favorite author. Maybe it's Sophie Lark? I don't know. I'm about to have another existential crisis right now. Oh, it's Cora Riley. That's why I couldn't think. But I don't want to read the next book in her in her spin-off series because I know it's gonna be bad. Oh my god, I'm gonna have another crisis right now. What do I choose? I have to go with the prompt. Maybe I'll make it past 50 pages of this book. We'll see. The way I just like forgot Cora existed for a second. This is By Virtue I Fall by Cora Riley. This book has been on my TBR so many times because I've tried reading it so many times and I just can't get into the vibes. Look, I think I'm gonna give it another go. It's only short. It's just under 300 pages. The font is big. I love Cora. I've been vibing a mafia book, so maybe if I hope and pray and cross all my fingers and toes, I'll actually get through this one. To be fair, I really want to get to Amo and Greta's book, which is the next one in this spin-off series, but I just don't want to read this one. Should I skip it? That'll probably give things away. Fine, I'll read it. You know what? Maybe I'll pick it up like this afternoon and pick up where I left off. Oh my god. This tells you when I last read this book. There's a Christmas bookmark in it. I'll read it. I'll pick it up this afternoon. I'll read it. It won't take me long. I'll just read it. I didn't tell you anything about what this is about. This is a bodyguard romance. The heroine is like the daughter of the capo. She's like some really important little girl. She's like 18, I think, I hope. And he's like her bodyguard. And I think she loves fashion. So they go to Paris, hence the Eiffel Tower. And you know, they have a bit of a fling, you know what I mean? And he also drives a Camaro, which I know I've said before on this channel, but I love Camaros. So, next one. What is this? 5th book, let's go. A book I think will be a 5-star. I know Binding 13 will most likely be a 5-star, but I don't have the energy to read that right now. So, I'm also looking at Reckless by Elsie Silver because I've had really good success with Heartless, and I know Reckless is like everybody's favorite of the series. I'm gonna go with Reckless by Elsie Silver. I would love to add some books to this list that are like coming out this month, like Wildfire. I have so much faith that is gonna be a 5-star read because Icebreaker, I still think about that book, but that book is my Roman Empire, okay? I think I'm gonna go for Reckless. Tentatively, I'm choosing Reckless because nothing else is like yelling at me to read it, so I don't know. Okay, we have Reckless by Elsie Silver. This one is was this on my TBR last month? I feel like it's been on my TBR before. This is a cowboy romance. He's a bull rider. I believe it's also reverse age gap, so she's older. It's also surprise pregnancy, kind of secret baby, which I don't know that I've read a secret baby romance before, so I'm excited to see how that goes, if that's the vibe for me. Do I think that's gonna be a 5-star then? Because I'm like not sure if I'm gonna love that or hate it. I think it's gonna be a 5-star just for the fact that he's a cowboy and he rides bulls and it's like small town romance. And Elsie is just like so good at writing the family dynamic, especially in Heartless. Like that book is a testament to how good she is at writing a family dynamic and like found family. So I have faith that this one is going to be good. Drawer-worthy package. That's wild out of context. I'm gonna read it. It's on my TBR. It's going on. Let's choose my next book. Please be a good one. Okay, that one's like a book set in a different country. Can it be set in a different world? A different landscape? A different realm, shall we say? Literally no books are set in Australia, so this is essentially a free pick of any book that I like. Another book that I would like to do a reading vlog on this month for spooky season is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. So I'm fairly certain this book is not set in Australia. It's probably set in America or like England or something. So this one is actually a thriller. It will indeed be my first ever thriller book. Okay, so she's a maid, obviously. Tiny room on the top floor, that's already spooky. Hello, there's gonna be so many spiders. I try to ignore how Nina Winchester makes a mess just to watch me clean it up. Strange lies she tells about her own daughter. How her husband seems more broken every day. What the hell is this lady up to? My god. Ugh. They don't know what I'm capable of, excuse me. Is this story told from like the villain's perspective? Because that's creepy. What do you mean what you're capable of? Why do I have goosebumps already? I don't know if I'm gonna be cut out to be a thriller reader. Let's just do it, okay? I'm gonna put up my TBR. Might be the only thriller I ever read in my entire life. And, you know, I can confidently say that I read the best of the best. And maybe it will be for me. Maybe it won't be for me. Let's see. All right, what is this? 7th book. Let's go. Please be a nice little quaint thing. It's not a thriller. A book with a 4-word title. Okay. Oh, this might be harder than I thought. All right, let's see. Lord of London Town by Tilly Cole. My Peaky Blinders thing that I have no idea what it's about. I don't even know if it's Peaky Blinders vibes. I'm just blindly trusting whoever said that. A Risk on Forever. I don't want to go into depression this month, so I'm not going to read that book. You know what? I'm going to pick Lord of London Town. I feel like this book has been on my TBR before, but I don't care. Maybe Cora Riley will get me back in the dark romance mood. Or maybe she won't. I don't know. Wait. Dance of Thieves. I was about to be really hopeful. Alrighty, Lord of London Town by Tilly Cole. This cover is so bad, man. I always forget this is a shirtless dude with like... Is that a tattoo of Big Ben? He has a tattoo of Big Ben on his stomach. Stop it, that's so funny. At least I think it's Big Ben. This one, oh bro, his name's Arthur. But we're gonna read it anyway. This one is a dark romance. I've heard that Tilly Cole writes dark romance, especially that one biker series of hers. It's like Hades Hagman, that's what it's called. I've heard that one is like extremely dark. So it's gonna be interesting how dark this one gets. Okay, so it seems like a rich London socialite born into a life of luxury and privilege is our heroine, and our hero is going to be like the mob boss or something of the London crime underworld. That sounds kind of fun. Cool. I'm gonna add this one to the TBR. Okay, the last and final book on this month's TBR. We're gonna go for a big Fossick because I want a good one. A book with a great first sentence. Okay, we're gonna go through and choose out a bunch of books and we're gonna read their first sentences and hope that there's some good ones. All right, I'm gonna start with these two right here because they're just conveniently next to me. The first line is, "The ghosts are still here." It's interesting, but it's not grab me. Powerless. Oh, the dedication says, "For every girl who has ever felt powerless." Broski, I don't need to cry right now. Thick, hot liquid runs down my arm. Blood. Okay. The fact that I'm wanting to keep reading after that first sentence is like a good sign. Also gonna read the first sentence of this guy. The king did not know then that his greatest love would also be his ruination, nor that either would come in the form of a tiny helpless human child. We're just gonna read the first sentences of like all my fantasy books. 6 of Crows. Juiced had 2 problems, the moon and his mustache. No. Sorry, Six of Crows lovers, but that's not a great first line. I mean, fair that his mustache is a problem. Wait, why am I low-key intrigued? Why am I reading the second line right now? He was supposed to be making his rounds at the Hode house, but for the last 15 minutes, he'd been hovering around the southeast wall of the gardens, trying to think of something clever and romantic to say to Anya. I kind of like this writing. It is time for me to die. Sophie's delicate hand slid up Elijah's chest to slip behind his neck. Okay. Six of Crows. I hate that first line, but it's kind of intriguing. Like, I have to admit, I'm gonna read a little bit more of all the like intriguing ones, and we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna read the next like few lines of Six of Crows. And a grey milk fog had reefed the city's canals and crooked alleys in damp. Even here among the mansions. Why am I talking like I'm some posh British lady? Maybe he could compliment Anya's laugh, except he'd never heard her laugh. That's an issue. He wasn't very good with jokes. Oh, juiced. Bro, I feel so bad for him. What? If only his oh, he has an issue with the mustache growing in. Okay. That's kind of an ick. Not the fact that it's not growing in, but the fact that it'd be like patchy. How old is this guy? Why am I imagining him as like a 40-year-old graying man, but his mustache is not coming in? How old is this guy? I'm so confused. Okay, I'm gonna try a few more lines of Powerless. I feel like so many fantasy books open with a fight scene and I don't really care. Oh, Girly Pop's gonna sneeze. Why did I call her Girly Pop? Ew. Oh, she's bleeding, that's right. Sorry, my bad. I was like, why do you have bodily fluid on your arm? But she's bleeding. Okay, that makes more sense. The way I just forget like everything that I've just read. Oh, she's got honey dripping down her arm. Even honey soaking my clothes beats trying to wash blood out. I suppose blood stains, but honey is so sticky. Okay, this is a TBR video. I think I'm gonna choose Powerless because I already am like so invested in it after reading just like more than 5 sentences, maybe like the first page. I'm gonna choose this one. Okay, and with that like tiny little excerpt of me getting very invested in 2 stories, here is my final TBR for the month of October. I actually have I have high hopes for this TBR. I think it's actually gonna be pretty good. So as usual, we'll do a quick little recap of which books I chose. This is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I chose this one for the best first sentence, kind of the best first page if I'm being honest, but I had to choose between this one and Six of Crows. So then we have Lord of London Town for a 4-word title. We have The Housemaid for a book set in a different country. I'm hoping and praying this is not set in Australia, but I really don't think it is. Then we have Reckless by Elsie Silver for a book that I think is going to be a 5-star. We have By Virtue I Fall by Cora Riley for the prompt of my favourite author. Then we have Say You Swear by Megan Brandy for a book set in college. Then for the prompt of professional athlete, I chose The Canary Cowards. Hopefully he goes back to being professional because surely he will by the end of the book. That's like full circle moment. I'm pretty sure he will, because otherwise it's like he's not really a professional athlete anymore. Anyway, The Canary Cowards by Jessie Hall for a professional athlete romance. And finally, for a book that is longer than 500 pages, I chose The Song of the Marked by S.M. Gaither. This is my TBR for October. I feel really good about it. I think I'll actually get through like the majority of these books, which is really nice. I'm gonna go outside and probably binge By Virtue I Fall, or maybe continue Powerless, because that like first page has actually hooked me. Like I want to keep reading. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, hit me up on Instagram. You can also follow my Goodreads. They are both always linked in the description if you want to check them out. And yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!